Hello gamers, it's time once again for another deck tech speedrun where I run you through a Magic the Gathering EDH deck as fast as possible, taking you through the deck list and giving you the strategies and going through a couple of hands as fast as I can. If you want to check this deck and other decks that I make, you can look in the link in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into this banger of a deck in 3, 2, 1. So this deck is called Welp. You got demons. And of course, it's Demon Tribal. So the leader of this deck is Belacor, and when he enters a battlefield, you draw X cards and lose X life, where X is the number of demons you control. This is a demon deck. You will have a lot of demons. And whenever another demon enters a battlefield under your control, it deals damage equal to its power to any target, including your opponents. This deck is mainly about burning and chaos and just making your opponents suffer as much as possible. And there are many ways, because demons, let's just look at the mana curve. It's a little high, if I'm saying something. It's a little big. But there are many ways to cheat out and reduce the cost of your demons and make sure that your opponents suffer as much as possible. So things like, literally, Herald of Slaanesh is one that's like right there. Your demon spells cost 2 less to cast, and other demons you control have haste, so that makes it easier. Another card that it's not in this deck currently right now that just got printed and does more precons is called Ancient Seller Spawn, which allows each spell that's a demon, horror, or nightmare to cost 1 less, and whenever you cast a spell, if its mana was spent to cast it was less than its mana value, target opponent loses life equal to the difference. That would be very good in this deck because, again, there are many ways to cheat out cards in this deck. But it's currently not in here, but it will be in here at some point, but I just don't have it. Another very fun card to have in this that's not a demon is Aspiring Champion. When it deals combat damage to a player, you can sack it and reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. There are many, again, you're cheating out a big demon probably. And if that creature is a demon, it deals damage equal to its power to target opponent. Basically a Belacor effect, but not with Belacor. There are many demons. You could basically scrap this entire thing and put whatever demon that you want that's very crazy and busted, except for Hologram. And just make this work so well. There are many ways to skin this game. Like Prince of Thralls is a good one to have. Whenever an opponent puts it into a graveyard, put that card into play under your control, unless that player pays 3 life. That's a good card to cheat out. Lord Xander, another good card to cheat out. Like, yes, there are a lot of cards in the high end to do that, but there are ways to do it. Demonic Tutor is a good way to get the card that you want, and don't have to show anyone. And there's a good way to sack creatures to get them from the graveyard. Destroying creatures, Rite of Duplication, so you can duplicate those big creatures. Like another good, Reflections of Lichara. That's a good way to do it. And speaking of alternate win cons, as I have my cursor over it, we got Liliana's Contract. You have a lot of demons, you're going to have a lot of demons. If your opponents don't have a way to deal with Liliana's Contract or take away enchantments, you basically win the game at the beginning of your next upkeep when this comes out. And you have like all of the Kindred. You can just bring out more creatures. You can control, you're doing a lot of very demon themed stuff, like taking control of people's turns, destroying everything. Essence Flux, Ghostly Flicker, good thing to do with Belacor, or any of your demons that have ETB triggers. Blade of Selves, another good one with Myriad. You can do that with Belacor. You can do that with any creature. It's going to be really good. It's going to be really good. You get a lot of demons out, and you deal a lot of damage to your opponents very quickly. As we looked before, this is your mana curve. It's, again, you're going to be cheating out or basically duplicating cards, so it's not going to be as hard to get to the stuff that you want to play, but it is, if you don't have the right hand, going to be hard in the beginning. But as long as your plan goes, as long as you do what you want to do according to plan, you're going to be solid. It won't matter. Let's just play with... screw it, let's just play with this hand. We got a Swamp, Dismal Backwater Mountain, Witch's Cottage, Venom Crawl. Yeah, these aren't too bad. You have something in the sort of early game to get something on there. And you have your way to do other things, so yeah, why not? We can work with this. Oh, Liliana's Contract, as I talked before. So I think this turn, I want to play the Dismal Backwater. Mana fixing in this as well. You also got Chromatic Lantern. But the mana base is pretty spread out. More towards the black and the red, but like you have some blue in there as well. Just because of what is in the deck. I think for this one, I'm just going to make sure that I have all my mana out, or all my colors out. Then my next turn, no game burn. We'll just put the Swamp out. Why not? Or actually, you know what? It'd probably be easier to do a Witch's Cottage because I don't have anything and I don't think I'm going to get it, but it's going to be fine. Because next turn, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play a Demon. And already it's fine. Like, I may be a little bit early off, but if I hit something or whatever, I still can get life back. It's fine. Totally fine. I'm not worried. Don't be worried in, like, the early-ish game part of the games, because you're going to be able to do a lot of things pretty quickly if you know what you're doing. And let's just do Thought Essence in this. So you can reveal opponent's card, you surveil one. Look at the top card of your library, you can put that in the graveyard. Yeah, I'm going to put that into my graveyard. Baylor, that's a good thing. You're going to be getting your graveyard pretty big here. So let's just put it this way. Because, like, Jerk's Bidding is a card that exists in this deck. You're going to be getting your demons out. So let's go to my next turn. I'm kind of screwed on mana right now. Except top card of the player's library until I'm doing... You know what? Ruinous Power is pretty good. I'm going to put that out. And I can do that. Boop, 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 boop. And it adds a lot of chaos to what's going on. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. But let's just do a different hand and see if we can get something else from this. So we got... Wow, we got 4 mana. That's crazy in this hand. I'm not saying that's a bad thing to have, but like 4 mana in this hand to start out with, not bad. So I think for the start of the turn, we're going to draw our card. I think what we're gonna want to do here is Carter Doom Scourge is pretty good. Cruise your opponent control, attack each combat if able to any other player through goading. Goading is very fun and very chaotic, and I love it. I love Doom Scourge in this. So let's just play Desert of the Glorified. It's gonna be tapped, but you know I can't really do anything with it. For this turn, I'm gonna do the Desert, just so I can build up my mana and get my colors ready to go. Same thing with this turn. I don't have anything to play early game, but it's fine. Absolutely fine. There are mana rocks in here. Sometimes you don't get them, sometimes you don't. But I feel like with the amount of mana that I have going on, I don't really care right now. This is definitely one that you might have to mulligan once or twice, but once you get a good hand, oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun. Plague Drone, that's a good one to start out with. Just do it that way. It's really kind of hard to deal with that sort of whatever words eluding me. But Venom Crawler again. Just gonna do that for turn 5, and then turn 6, I think. Oh look, that's crazy. A Bloodthirster. I could just summon that out right now. Deals combat damage to a player, untap it. After this combat, there's an additional combat phase. It's crazy. You can get basically about 4 combats per turn with a Bloodthirster if you are able to get them through. Yeah, it's crazy. And you could do stuff like Blade of Selves, where the token copies would count for their individual one, but they won't count for the one that already attacked. So, if I'm thinking correctly, in theory, you would get 4 more. You would get the additional combat from this original Bloodthirster, and say it's a full table of 4. You get 2 more, so you have 3 more combats, and then you can do that again, and then do that again. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 10 combats. Essentially, if I'm thinking correctly. That's crazy. That's how chaotic this deck is. Yeah. That's why I love this deck. It's very chaotic. You can do a lot of crazy things in later game. And just do another thing like that. Enters the battlefield. You may search your life for exactly different names. Okay, you can reveal this card. If opponent chooses one, put one in the hand out of the graveyard. Check your library. That's pretty good. Let's put this one out. Look at the top. Wait, look at the top. Search for exactly 2 cards. And that's a good thing with Burning Rune Demon. You can choose what demons you want to bring out, which is very good. Very, very good. Very chaotic. And there are ways, again, as I've been saying, there are ways to bring your demons back from the graveyard and just cheat out demons that you want to play. But that is the essential plan of this deck. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.